Welcome back to Some Offense Intended. I'm Jeremy Robinson,
I'm Mike Mick.
and this is the 100th episode.
Yes, happy 100.
Happy 100. I don't know, it kind of feels like a cheated 100 because we started moving to 30 minutes, like right at the end.
Yeah.
So, and we had way less time to plan of like, oh, here's something we should do for the 100th. So we'll try to think of something.
I think we could always do another live episode where we go on Twitter, Facebook, everything live all at once.
We can aim for that for next week, potentially.
Yeah.
I don't want to say yes and then like nothing fucking works.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen. But we do want people to have an idea that it could be a potential.
Yeah.
We'll have to, if we do it, we'll have to, before the day of it, put something on TikTok to let people know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll put something on everything to let them know, like more than 5 minutes in advance.
Yeah.
They'll have a day or 5 or several days, whatever, to prepare and think of whatever.
Yeah.
Because like we'll do just like we've done several times of like the few interactions that we've had during the TikTok lives. Josh and a couple of the other guys they'll comment and we'll just have a full interaction with them.
Yeah.
And then I think I like the idea of doing that separate from recording for the podcast, so it's not like a weird draws away from like the conversation kind of thing.
Because at that point, the people who are watching watching the episode when it comes out on Monday or Friday, they can't really interact with us because it's already over.
Yeah, so we'll have that.
They can comment and we can.
We'll have that separate, but we'll do, and that honestly makes it better too, doing 30-minute episodes because it's not like an hour of either waiting for whatever or like feeling slightly waste. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just a weird. Everything works out better. So like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Some Offense Intended, and Twitter and TikTok, X, at Some Offense Pod, so that you can get notifications of when we're going to go live, when we go live, announcements for whatever. I mentioned it last episode. We found a new platform that seems outstanding so far, and they've already like broken down one full hour video into I think like 14 or 16 different clips that all look outstanding. So
yeah, I liked it.
We're signing up for the pro on that today. Well, when we record this.
Plus, it gave us like ratings as to which it thinks will do better.
Yeah, like it has a weird like a viral rating generator kind of thing of like certain aspects and like what the topics are and like certain this. Like I don't know how it works, but it's fine with me. So we'll see. I'm excited about it.
Yes, me too.
And it's way less work for us. So
yeah, a lot less.
I'm also excited about that because that's one of the reasons that I have never really used the old one is because there's so much fucking work involved. Like it kind of chops it up, but then you have to reframe it and you have to whatever. But
when we do a subscription to something, we want to be able to have it do the work for us. That's the purpose of paying for a service to do it.
Yeah, and then I emailed and asked them, and I've done the same for fucking Riverside too. I've emailed and asked like, hey, is this an option? And they're like, no, but that's a really good idea. Like, okay, cool, then implement it, please.
Yeah, please.
Like we've been using Riverside for what, a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Yeah,
and they still haven't done that.
When they're saying, oh, that sounded a really good idea, we should do that, they should also give you a cut when it works out.
Or a free year.
Yeah, something.
Something
as a,
then I can, check it out. Riverside used, and then like Some Offense Intended podcast suggested this, and then that gets our name out there. And then we can be like, hey, Riverside gave us free whatever, and like we've been using them, they're dope, and we can promote for them.
Yeah.
That's what, I don't know. We were talking before about, Mike was like, oh, I was going to ask you if you wanted an energy drink before I came over because I had just taken a nap before we started recording. And depending on the nap or the day or I don't know, my brain doesn't wake up immediately. And sometimes caffeine helps. Sometimes it just takes a while, like today. So I was drinking a coffee and Mike said that. And I'm like, no, that's fine. Like I go to grocery outlet for energy drinks because most of the time they have like either 2 for $1 or like $1 each for certain energy drinks. And since I cut out sugar, I've also cut out sucralose because there's some weird study. It's a study. It's not weird. There's a study that shows weird data that basically says that sucralose like breaks DNA. I think I've said it on here before, like breaks DNA structure itself.
Yeah.
Like they didn't really specify like what amount. So I've been cutting sucralose out. So I found several energy drinks. One of them's Steez, Steaz. It's like a yerba something. They taste fucking amazing. They're normally 2 for $1. Don't have sugar. Don't have sucralose. I think they use like erythritol or stevia or some shit.
Yeah.
And they taste fucking great. So I'll go to grocery outlet like once. And none of this is fucking paid either, by the way, because I just realized how it sounds.
Yeah.
I'll go to grocery outlet and spend like $7, which is what you spend for like 2, maybe 3 energy drinks if you're lucky at a gas station.
Yeah.
But I'll have enough energy drinks to last like 2 weeks.
Nice.
And this week they were 3 for $1.
Oh,
so
perfect.
So I spent $5.50 and I got, I think, 14 drinks.
Nice.
Yeah. So appreciate it, but I'm good on energies.
I'm one of the few people who don't drink energy drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I worked on a line and people there are like, oh yeah, we're going to go pick people up energy drinks. What kind do you want? I don't drink energy drinks.
Yeah, I'll take a Dr. Pepper though. They're like, no, we're only getting energy.
No, they did get me a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you either get this or nothing.
Well, they came back with energy drinks and Gatorade one night, and I ended up not getting any of them. I mean,
Gatorade doesn't taste good anymore.
Some of them are. Some of them suck. Like I like the white cherry frost or whatever the fuck that one's called.
That's one of the better ones, but
and then I also
that's changed over time.
I like
too.
the green apple.
I'm tired of companies changing recipes for assumingly no reason.
For a while there, Butterfinger, they had commercials. We got a new recipe and all that, and they had this stupid commercial with an alien driving a Corvette, and I'm like, why? Why would you change it? Yeah, well, it didn't last long because they're back to the regular Butterfinger. It's like, why would you mess with something that people love? People love Butterfinger candy bars.
I mean, I know I'm not all people. I think they're okay.
Well, I'm saying that they're the group of people who very much enjoy them, and they do sell a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people who don't like Dr. Pepper, and I love Dr. Pepper, but
yeah,
that's why there's so many different brands.
That's why there's so many different labels. There's 2 different brands.
Well,
Coke and Pepsi.
No, because that is that right there, Dr. Pepper, is Dr. Pepper 7-Up Keurig. It's a whole different company.
I thought they used to be under the Pepsi umbrella, didn't they?
Nope. Mr. Pibb is under Coca-Cola.
I was sure Dr. Pepper used to be under somebody else's umbrella.
Well, sometimes in places they will be distributed by the same company, so you may see them on a fountain with Coke, but it's not owned by them.
So there's 3.
Yeah.
One off.
Oh wait, but then there's Jones Soda and.
Well, yeah, but
they're not in the same league as Coke and Pepsi.
No.
Because Coke and Pepsi, they own so much more than just the beverages.
Like they bought NOS, they bought Nights. Well, it'll be a fucking whole half hour of listing stuff they bought. So
But it's interesting we were talking about energy drinks because I was watching this. Every once in a while these pop up in my video feed, and it's what these people do and how they end up at an emergency room. One guy apparently he wanted to show off and make friends, so he drank 12 energy drinks in 10 minutes.
12 in 10 minutes.
Yes. And apparently the first ones he was drinking were
questions. You said he wanted to show off. I understand that one. Look at how much I can drink in 10 minutes.
He was a guy who didn't have friends.
But you said, and also wanted to make friends.
Yeah. He wanted to show he could be cool and make friends. I don't
think he knows how friends work.
Well, because that's why, because he didn't have a lot of friends. His friends were his video games at home.
I don't think that's how.
No, it's not a good way to do it.
People can't think that that's how, like, if I down this, well.
But he started getting like these, he started feeling like when he was drinking it, he started feeling like he was getting sores in his mouth. And after he finished them all,
what is he made of, paper mache?
He started getting.
Like, I'm not going to do it, but I think I could handle 12 fucking energy drinks.
He started feeling some problems in his abdomen. And he didn't do anything about it. He just, that sucks. I'm going to go play some video games. So he's playing video games and the pain persists and it gets stronger and stronger. So he decides to go to bed.
Oh, I'll just sleep it off.
Yeah.
Woke up dead.
He woke up. He ended up going to the emergency room and they admit him. And apparently he was having some serious problems with his pancreas. It caused pancreatitis. But usually early on.
I would imagine that he didn't choose sugar-free energy drinks either.
Oh no, he did not.
So I don't know if.
But there's other ingredients in there too.
Well, yeah,
That's a
but I don't
problem
know
with
if people are aware of how much sugar is in like regular fucking energy drinks.
Oh yeah.
It's anywhere from like 25 grams to like 80
I
fucking
think the ones
grams
he
per
had
can.
was actually 25 grams exactly. But yeah, he so they had him in there and he started feeling better, and then it started to turn the other direction again. Like his organs started to shut down.
Yeah. So
So
I don't know if people are familiar with how much sugar that is.
it's a lot of sugar.
So you said 12 cans.
12 cans, 25 grams each.
Yeah. So that's.
And these were not small. These weren't like the small Red Bulls. These look like bigger cans.
That's like 300 grams of sugar easily.
And not to mention, well over the recommended caffeine per day.
300 grams of sugar is 1.5 cups of sugar. 1.5 a cup, like
Yeah.
a fucking cup that you use for baking.
Yeah,
1.5 cups
ounces.
of sugar. And then, yeah, like you said, like how much fucking caffeine is. You said they were Red Bulls or no?
No, I said they weren't the little Red Bulls. They were like monsters. They were good sized cans.
So even if that's, well, most of those are like 180.
Yeah, I was going to say it's all right around 180, 186, something like that.
Where did the calculator pop up? Oh, it didn't yet. Because that's not easy math to do. I don't feel like doing that kind of math right now.
So, but that's a lot of energy drink in a short period of time. Almost killed him. They eventually were able to save him at the hospital, I guess.
180 times 12. Holy fuck. That's over 2,100 milligrams of caffeine. Overdose caffeine. Oh my God, give me a limit. Lethal dose is considered to be 10 grams, which would be 1,000 milligrams, right? That's how math works?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe? I don't know.
But that's a lot. Yeah, I don't know. He wanted to show off.
Make sure I'm not micrograms, you fuck. What? Yeah, so 2,100 milligrams is 2 grams. So I think I was off a little on that one.
2 grams. What's the street value on that?
Of caffeine? I don't think much because you can buy caffeine pills.
Yeah.
Which is.
But in other substances, it could be considerably more.
Oh yeah.
But then they had another guy on there. Another video pops up on my thing, and this guy apparently was out. He decided to cheat on his wife with a prostitute, and apparently he had some burning and itching down there. So his genius idea, over the course of a weekend, was to go and spray pesticide down below. Yeah. He diluted it and he sprayed pesticide. And to keep it on there longer, he put on a diaper.
While it's stupid, at least he diluted it.
Yeah, at least he diluted it, but then he put it on there 3 or 4 times a day. With a diaper.
Because he thought it was crabs, I'm assuming?
I don't know what he thought it was, but yeah.
I'm going to kill.
It started getting scabs and shit. And then the scabs the diaper he put on to keep it in there, stuck to him. He went to the hospital had to peel a diaper off of his scabs, off his scrode.
I don't have questions because I don't want to know answers.
That led to organ failure too. I had to stop watching.
That
it got into his blood system.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah, got into his blood system. Yeah, if you're on these videos for this emergency room thing, chances are you're not doing it because you're really smart. It's not because, hey, I had a great idea. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. No, it's usually you had a bad idea and you did it.
I am speechless.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of them. There's a whole series.
I don't want to know.
I told you about the one that I saw a long time ago
Christ.
about the guy taking like 1,000 Advil in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from that same series.
Well, me and Mike were also talking about just completely jump this topic. We're talking about like how sometimes like you're writing a word out and you type it out and spell it correctly and you're like, this word looks wrong.
Yeah, it looks wrong.
And the more you look at it, the the worse it gets.
Yeah, you're trying to think, how did I?
Yeah, and you're like, how have I spelled this my whole life? Like, because this isn't right. And then you look it up, and you're like, no, this is right. Or like you're
Yeah.
because my phone will autocorrect a correctly spelled word into a word that doesn't exist sometimes now.
Yeah, I've had that.
So you can't even trust autocorrect anymore. So you look it up on Google, and you're like, no, I did spell it right. And then you keep looking at it, and you're like, but why is it still getting worse?
It still doesn't look right.
Yeah, like threshold. Like threshold with one H doesn't really look right. Threshold with two H's looks for sure wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so it's for sure, it's definitely one, but it still doesn't look right.
Yeah.
And like I can't think of
Some
some
words
other
just
words.
don't look right. I can't think of them either. Just I when it happens,
Yeah,
there's some words that I'm going to type and I'm like, I don't think I've ever actually written this word before.
that happens every now and then. But
and it's like, yeah.
You brought up medical stuff, so that's what made me. I saw a TikTok or some short video, and again, I forgot to write down who it was, so my bad. But they were talking about like, oh, U.S. doesn't have healthcare, but DARPA. You know who DARPA is?
Yeah, I actually saw the name up on the top of the screen.
Yeah,
there.
so DARPA is the. Let me look that up so I don't get that wrong.
You got it right up on one of your tabs.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Oh,
It doesn't break it down. What did I just fucking do? Oh, I put it in presentation mode. Hopefully that didn't fuck up recording. Nope. Okay, cool.
I can't remember what it stands for.
DARPA is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency.
Yeah.
The government agency in the U.S. started by Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1958.
It's often referred to in the Metal Gear Solid games.
Their annual budget is $3.9 billion with a B. And they just awarded a contract to Northrop Grumman. Are you familiar? They do some like large government contracts.
Yeah.
For a 10-year, I was trying to find like how much was awarded, and this is how dumb it is. For a 10-year program of study to see how feasible and the benefits of a fucking rail system like trains on the moon. We can't get back to the fucking moon or build a base or do anything, but they're going to run a 10-year study with
on
taxpayer rails. Fucking money on a rail system, like to build a train railway on the moon.
They might as well shoot for Mars.
But we don't have.
They're going to waste the money.
Well, we don't have free healthcare. I'm like, that's one of the most fair fucking statements I've ever heard.
But if they're going to shoot for a place to put rails, they might as well try to shoot it for the moon. I mean, for Mars instead of.
No.
Because I'm just saying, instead of the moon.
No, it's not going to be like a railway from here to there.
No, I know. I said on there.
Okay.
Yeah, but to see the feasibility of having it on there, it's not even actually building one. It's doing research on whether it's plausible.
Yeah.
So I'm saying.
I think they could do that in a week.
Yeah.
For $10,000. Have 5 people sit down and talk. You could probably do it in 4 hours, to be honest.
Yeah. But
I don't.
I mean, are people looking to put things on the moon? Should I buy some land there now?
Selected white papers will receive an other transaction award not to exceed $1 million. Selected performers will not be expected to share their intellectual property, but DARPA is seeking those that are willing to collaborate engineering efforts towards models of clustered lunar activity versus individual commercial ventures.
I'm willing.
So I think are due by September 6, 2023. Respondents. So they put a blanket fucking thing out that selected white papers. Well, so you don't even have to get chosen, but if they're like, oh, you're in the top 10, we'll give you up to $1 million for this idea before the contract was even awarded.
Wow.
Holy shit.
I think we should get up there and we could put a logo on the moon. And when people see a full moon, they see some offense intended.
Jesus Christ. I want to know how much they fucking awarded the contract was if they awarded, but I can't find it.
Too much.
Obviously, it's going to be too much.
And a lot of that money is not going to make it to actual what they're working on.
Oh, of course not. DARPA's a $72 million contract, I think. Yeah. So it looks like no, that's in November 2022. I don't know why it's so fucking. It's because it's the government. Why it's so difficult to just be like, "Hey, we spent this fucking money." Because it's the government. It might be this guy that I saw. And it doesn't have his fucking name on here either.
I didn't know Jimmy had a YouTube.
And you can't click to go like to the actual YouTube video. What kind of?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I was gonna give credit again, but still no. Moon Train. Yeah, nobody's fucking. Jesus Christ, it's so hard to find shit now.
Usually, if you ride the train, you want to see a view out the window.
Yeah,
There's not gonna be any view on the moon.
I mean there is.
Well,
There's a view.
not a good one.
I mean, there's space for improvement.
A lot of space for.
If nobody got that, listen to it again. Just rewind like 20 seconds.
I was gonna bring up something I'd seen that was a news headline.
Just in case you didn't rewind 20 seconds, it's because space is out there surrounding the moon. Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead. I just didn't want anybody to be left out.
So I saw these headlines and they keep popping up in different places. And I was going to mention one of them before because I thought, wow, holy shit. And then I did some little research and it's not real at all. But now I have to mention it because I keep seeing it and people keep thinking it's real.
What?
Apparently this teenage kid in Chicago, it says that he, to show dominance over his bullies, he slept with
I saw
their moms.
Yeah.
But that didn't actually happen.
How do you know? Did you ask him?
I looked it up.
Oh. The internet's
and all
never
the sources
wrong.
say that, all the newspaper stories say that no, it didn't actually happen. But if he did, hell, well done.
I wouldn't doubt that that's happened in the past at some point.
Oh yeah, it was 5 moms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was another one who said, woman fakes being blind for 28 years so she didn't have to greet anybody. She just doesn't like people.
Apparently, I would believe that.
I would believe it, but apparently that one was fake too.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people that fake a lot of different stuff for disabilities.
Oh yeah. There's an episode of Seinfeld where there's a thing about somebody faking being deaf so they don't have to talk to the driver.
Episode of Monk where somebody faked being blind to get out of a bunch of shit and like get whatever. And like her sight like somewhat came back. And it was like he figured it out because like you go up and shake somebody's hand and like meet them, like you're talking to them, like they go to shake hands. You don't, and they're right-handed. You don't just automatically know to shake somebody's left hand if they offer their left hand to you. If you're blind,
yeah,
like you go to shake with your right hand and you're like, oh, and like it's a awkward. Then like switch hands or like they switch hands, but she knew to offer her left hand. He's like, wait, hold on.
There used to be a guy I would see downtown. I'd walk past him on the sidewalk, and he had his cane.
Yeah.
And you would see, like, I'd be walking past him, and I'd see his eyes and his head turned towards me.
Well, stop walking so loud, Mike.
Okay, me, I'm always stomping my feet.
There are some people that.
So it might be mostly blind.
Well, there's a lot of people that are like legally blind, but they can still like shapes, shadows, and like see kind of, but they're legally blind because I think legally blind is like 70 or 80% blind.
Something like that, yeah.
So you can still see a lot. But I mean, you can also just buy a cane online. So
that's true.
I mean, there's always possibilities. But there are a select few people that actually figured out how to use like echolocation and are blind. I don't know if blind enough or like smart enough.
You mean like Daredevil?
Yeah, they not that well, I'm sure, but like that's how they get around in their house. That's how they get around in their neighborhood. Like. Yeah. Just like click and they can see shit kind of. Like
also like in their own house, you know.
Well, you get used to shit for sure, but like that's how they go like out in public kind of stuff is they just click.
Yeah. It'd be mean to just break into a blind person's house and rearrange their furniture when they're not there.
But congratulations, you're on MTV Cribs. And be like, they just walk in the house, stub their toe, kick their shin on the coffee table. Oh, fuck. Why did you do this to me?
Instead of Pimp My Ride, Pimp My Crib, and they go in there and there's
no, 25 years, I've never moved one piece of furniture.
And now you moved the entire thing and put new shit in. What
that
the
would
fuck?
be horrible.
That would be awful.
Rearrange all their cabinets and drawers in the kitchen.
It reminds me because there was something that happened.
Fucking
there was
awful.
a meme I happened to put on Facebook this week. It was like, you're going in to break into somebody's house without stealing anything. Just do things to make it inconvenient.
Yeah, what would you do? Like take one battery out of each remote?
Well, that was like that. The person's blind, you just rearrange everything.
I mean, that's hardly an inconvenience. That's way above that.
That's way above, yeah. That might be a hate crime.
Well, if you're blind, don't let Mike in your house.
There's also one more news article. This one was actually
that might be the name
true.
For this episode.
This was in
If you're blind, don't let Mike in your house.
I like it. But this will shock you. This was in Florida, and apparently this one really happened. I looked it up. This woman apparently called 911 because McDonald's ran out of McNuggets. She referred to it as a McNugget emergency.
That's not really surprising. I was expecting way worse.
I was just... It's not as good as the couple of police that are married who had some edibles and called 911 saying that they thought they were dying.
Yeah.
They called the police. Yeah.
Were they fired?
Oh, they got no. Yeah.
Okay.
I just think the whole audio of the 911 call is just great to listen to.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well.
And that's, you see, with the edibles, people should know that it's not going to kick in right away. So after
people don't know that.
Well, I'm saying people should know this.
They should.
So after you eat it, go ahead and wait. Don't just, it's been 5 minutes, I better eat more. Give it a little bit of time.
Yeah, depending on how much you've eaten, how much you weigh, your metabolism, many different things.
Yes.
Like if you're hydrated or dehydrated, many different things. And the potency of everything. It can take anywhere from, like, if it's stupid fucking strong, like, and everything aligns perfectly, it could take anywhere from like 5 minutes to like an hour and a half.
Yeah. And
to start.
If you have too much, you're probably not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. It's not an exact science. And they know that.
Talk to your dispensary. They might give you some advice.
If it's legal in your area.
If it's legal in your area. If it's not legal in your area, then it's probably not called a dispensary that you're getting it from.
Yeah. Unless that's his middle name. Could be.
Yeah.
Who knows?
This is not legal advice or medical advice. Just a suggestion.
A fucking disclaimer. This whole episode's a disclaimer.
Yes, it is.
So we're recording today is Wednesday because my girlfriend was visiting and I knew she was going back home today. So we were like, oh, well, I'll just do it fucking Wednesday so that I had more time with her.
Yeah,
so,
I figured we weren't doing one Monday anyway.
Well, we did one last Monday.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, yeah, nah, we'll do it later because we don't work this Wednesday. So, it was a nice, great fucking visit.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Went and saw, what movie did we see the first time? The Ghostbusters. We saw the new Ghostbusters. It was pretty good.
Oh.
Especially from the reviews that I can't think of any of the fucking actress's name. The female Ghostbusters. Like, how bad that got.
Oh, yeah.
This one, that's Paul Rudd, it was so good.
Well, the Afterlife was pretty good, too.
I didn't see it.
That was in between.
I've never been a massive fan. Like, I think I've seen the originals once, maybe.
I've seen them more than once, but yeah.
But I've never been, like, they were never a staple of growing up. Like a lot of people.
Like, for me, it was, one day I was on Voodoo, and they had the whole collection. I mean, of the first two, and then Afterlife, and it was cheap for all three of them in one bundle. So I bought them, and then I watched Afterlife.
Nice,
and I liked it. So if you still have my Voodoo, you can still watch it.
I might need to get that again because I still need to swap out the Firebox because I'm fucking tired of it. It's so done.
Yeah.
Like it barely turns the TV on now. Like and if it does, it'll take like anywhere from 15 seconds to like a minute and a half, depending on how she feels. She being Alexa, depending on how she feels, to if it's going to load the home screen or not. And then you have to wait. Sometimes you have to restart it, but you can't. You have to wait like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get to the restart menu.
I still hate it when I start mine and it goes to banner ads.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go home. At least I shut it off so it doesn't go to video. That was really pissing me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not
And
going to
it's
watch these.
super loud. They're cranked the fuck up.
And I'm like, I'm not going to watch these things.
Yeah.
Most of the shit they put on there, I don't watch. I tried to watch one of the shows, and they only had season 2 available, and I hadn't watched season 1. What the fuck?
That
am I
annoys
supposed to
the
do?
shit out of me when they do stuff like that. When
Yeah.
they're like, oh, well, you have to buy season 1. I'm like, you know what? Joke's on you. Now I will never watch it.
I mean, they advertised the shit out of it, so I go to watch it. You even told me it was a good show, so I thought I'm going to watch it.
Which one?
Reacher.
They got rid of season 1?
It wasn't on there. I told you about it when you told me I should watch it.
That's
And I liked the actor because I liked him in the other show that he was in.
Alan Richardson's fucking great.
But it just wasn't there. So I'm like, I'm not going to just start watching an episode.
It might be a
season
Paramount thing. Because Paramount Plus is very, like, they do that worse than anybody else.
But it's on Amazon.
Yeah, but it's through Paramount.
Oh. Maybe I'll have to look on Paramount because I have that too.
It could be.
But that pissed me off.
Yeah, I hate when they do that. Or like, they're in season 6 of something. And I've done that before where like, I'm finally going to watch this. That people have talked to me about it. I'm like, okay, they're on season 6. Go all the way back. Season 1 is there, but it's like $4 an episode. I'm like, you fucking what? I'm like, I'm not paying that. And then season 2 is like, you pay $15 for the whole season.
Yeah.
Season 3, 4, 5, and 6 are available to watch streaming for free or with whatever subscription. I'm like, so why not all of them? Like, okay, I just won't watch it.
Yeah.
And I'll just fucking, nope.
Well, I told you about the show. I'd done the book from Stephen King, 11/22/63. Really good book. Loved it. Told people about the series on Hulu. A couple of people I know watched it, liked it. They binged it. It's 8 episodes. I started watching it because I wanted to see how much different it was from the book.
Yeah.
I got through like 3 episodes. I went to go watch it again. It's not on Hulu anymore.
Jesus.
Yeah. And Amazon has ways I could buy it. And I'm like, no. I've already done the book. Why do I
I was watching it.
I was watching
Why
it.
does this say we have 1 in the audience? What does that mean?
What? Did we start?
Or maybe I clicked something different when I started recording and it's just counting us. I don't fucking know. Well, hello if you're there. You got anything else real quick?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well.
Oh, wait, there was one thing. I did go to Wendy's recently. And I know how much you love when they have the different flavors of Frosties. The first time
they had a hazelnut?
No, they have an orange cream. So I had that. It was good one day, but another day I had it, not so much. But I think it might have been because I also had a lemonade. So the two might have not been good together.
I don't know why you didn't get mint, since you like mint mixed with fucking everything.
They only have
orange and mint.
They only had so many flavors.
Winning combination.
Actually, they did pretty good on the Dr. Squatch toothpaste. Yeah.
Since that didn't come up the first fucking time.
But yeah,
that's gross.
Yeah, it's like an orange creamsicle.
Well,
I got the keychain so you can get the mini for free.
That would be the only way I would get it. That's just throw it right in the trash.
I just figured that'd be a good way to try it without, because like if it sucks, then you're not stuck with a.
I'm good. I just had a chocolate shake from In-N-Out yesterday. It was the first time I've had like maybe 6 months or 8 months, like that much sugar in one fucking sitting.
I haven't had
that's why my fucking brain won't work today.
I haven't had
too much sugar yesterday.
Any In-N-Out shake since you gave me some at work one day.
Yeah. I think it's the last time I had them.
They're good shakes. I like the strawberry.
Thanks for listening to 100 episodes. Hopefully you've listened. Well, if you haven't listened to all 100, go back and listen to them. But thanks for supporting us. I mean, we have regulars that listen, and we're trying to branch out and trying to find new people and keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and telling people. And let us know if you have something you want us to talk about or don't want to talk about. Something, any input, I think is great. We're getting good feedback on the shorter episodes. I actually enjoy recording the shorter episodes better
Yeah.
Even though we do 2 back to back, it still feels different to me than doing a full hour in a
A
row.
half hour goes quick.
Um, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Some Offense Intended. Twitter, TikTok, X, at Some Offense Pod. You'd think with doing that for so many times, I can stop putting in there, but I can't.
It's part of
And
it now.
we'll talk to you next time. Goodbye.